Mr. President. Mr. President, and my highly distinguished colleagues, permit me to lead the debate on the general principles of this important bill, which seeks to establish the Federal University of Science, Deba, Gombe State. The bill was read the first time in this hallowed chamber on Wednesday, 2nd July 2025. You will agree with me the importance of education in the socio-economic development of any country, and for any country to align with global educational dynamics, adequate preparation needs to be put in place. It is along this line that this bill has been developed to establish the Federal University of Science, Deba, Gombe State, northeastern Nigeria. The proposed University of Science will provide that requisite knowledge and expertise that will drive modern scientific innovations in Nigeria. The objectives of the university, as outlined in the bill, among others, include demonstrate scientific knowledge, skills, attitude, and experience, especially in their professional discipline, with global mindset, using critical thinking and problem-solving approaches. Exhibit significantly a balanced character of altruistic values and attitudes, ethics and professionalism, scientific thinking, arts and humanity toward good citizenship and nation building. Demonstrate socio-scientific and socio-entrepreneurial skills and mindset capable of contributing to the well-being of society in bringing equality and enhancing sustainability. Ensure the survival of the planet and humankind by ensuring the appropriate use of resources towards a greater understanding, respecting, and even taking necessary actions to build a robust and balanced, prosperous, and sustainable future. Mr. President and my highly distinguished colleagues, there is a strong justification that Nigeria needs more universities, specifically specialized universities, for its necessary development among the Community of Nations. That is, if the country wants to compete with other developed nations economically, scientifically, and technologically, it needs additional higher institutions of learning, especially the type this bill seeks to establish. Mr. President, my distinguished colleagues, having this type of university in this part of Nigeria, the Northeast, with a faculty for petroleum, petrochemical sciences and engineering, is promising to the future of petroleum industry for personnel, research, and development. This counters the need for any type of college or institution for petroleum technology. The university's faculty will produce the required manpower for the oil prospect of Gombe State and Goje states, where our teaming graduates will take ownership of the industry. The enactment of this bill will go a long way in transforming the decayed educational infrastructure in Nigeria and change the educational fortunes of the country for the better. It will also provide a balanced educational development in the entire Northeast. In line with Order 76, Subsection 3 of the Senate Standing Order 2023 as amended, the financial implications for the establishment of this university is hereby attached. Therefore, Mr. President and my distinguished colleagues, it is my prayer and ardent call that you consider the plight of the people who are desirous of becoming professional teachers and support the expeditious passage of this bill. Thank you, Mr. President, and God bless.
A seconder, Senator Abdul Ningi.
Mr. President, my name is Senator Abdul Ningi, and I represent Bauchi Central, a unique place, even within the greater Bauchi, talk less of Gombe. The sponsor of this bill, Senator Goje, was instrumental in revamping the educational infrastructure, establishment of various polytechnic secondary schools in Gombe State, while he was a governor in Gombe State, that this particular town, which borders Yobe from the south, Borno to the east, and part of Adamawa to the west, occupies a very strategic place. And therefore, it is really very sad that up to this time, there is no higher education facility in this very ancient town of Deba. Mr. President, science as it is the bedrock of development in the 21st century global development premises. So it is important that when you say science, you look at the entire scope of the Northeast. We do not have a university like what is actually being canvassed. Therefore, by bringing science close to the people, you are opening up a window for the youth who are actually running helter-skelter to get admissions elsewhere in part of this country, that you are bringing this university, you are bringing it closer to the people. The youth in Gombe State, the youth in Bauchi State, the youth in Adamawa, the youth in Taraba, the youth in Yobe will have now a singular opportunity in joining this very important university of science. It encapsulates science-based subjects. It also encapsulates technology-based disciplines. So I think it is important at this point in time to have a university which will have the Northeast as its catchment area and the generality of Nigerians at large. I think this university is apt, it is historical, and I would like to commend the builder of the modern Gombe.
You have 1 second remaining.
Senator Goje, for bringing this for my colleagues to consider and approved that this university be established. I so submit, Mr. President.
We are all familiar with these kinds of bills, which are people-oriented, you know. So is there any person who is against this bill? A bill for the to establish the Federal University of Science, Deba, Gombe State, to make provision for its due management and administration, and for later matters 2025 second reading taken. The bill referred to the Committee on Tertiary Institution and Third Fund to report within 4 weeks. Let me commend Senator Goje for bringing forward this bill. Is someone that is known for his zeal to develop the educational fortune of his people. He did that in several means by way of establishing several institutions when he was a governor. In fact, he facilitated the establishment of Federal University Kashiri. So he wants to do it again. So we commend you for your passion to develop the education of your state and indeed the entire northeastern part of Nigeria. The leader of the Senate.